Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited for today's video. It is going to be my third update in my rolling project 10 pan for 2026. I'm titling this 26 in 2026 because my goal is to empty out 26 products throughout all of 2026. We're not off to the best start, but that's okay. I do have 2 empties, which I'm really excited to share with you in today's video. And I have definitely been wearing makeup a lot more this past month, although I will say I did pick up quite a few products throughout the month of April and was testing and trying those. So some of the products that I was working on did go a little bit neglected, but that's okay. I'm excited about my progress, so if you're interested, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project panning content or just hanging out and chit-chatting about makeup, that's what we do over on this channel, so I hope you'll consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Before we get into my progress, I'm so excited to say that this video is in partnership with my favorite brand to partner with, and that is Louisa, and I'm so excited to be partnering with them for their Mother's Day sale. And this is especially exciting for me because if you didn't know, I am now a mother of 2. I recently had a baby back at the end of February, and so I'm very excited to celebrate this Mother's Day with a new little girl in my life. In honor of Mother's Day, I wore my first ever Louisa piece. It's my mama necklace, my tried and true, quite possibly favorite piece from them, but I have so many other favorites, which we're also gonna get to. But I've had this necklace in my collection for 6 years, and it is still top tier quality, no tarnishing, no weird smell that jewelry sometimes gets, you know what I mean? I have worn this for several weeks at a time without taking it off, so I feel like I can truly speak to Louisa quality being top tier. I said I had a couple other favorites. I wore these earrings, which have quickly become my favorite earrings of all time. I am so obsessed with them. If you guys are longtime subscribers, you know I love a checkered print anything. I love checkered things. So these earrings have like a checkered print to them, but I love that they are a little bit thicker, but still like a small huggy hoop. I feel like they just elevate any look. Like I can be doing like a low bun like this, which sometimes I feel like just like is not my vibe, but with the earrings I feel like it just elevates the look and makes me feel so much more pretty. And then you guys know I love my rings. So my 2 newest rings from Louisa are these 2 right here, and I was so happy to be able to get this ring on this finger today. I swelled up like an absolute balloon. Like I have pictures, but I won't show them because they're my feet. Like I can't even describe to you how swollen I was at the end of pregnancy and like the first month postpartum. And the fingers, they're still coming down. So I was so excited to be able to get this ring on this finger today. This is the Lydia ring, and I just love that it's a little bit thicker and just has this really beautiful detailing to it. And then this is one that I've been eyeing for a while now. This is the Sierra Mother of Pearl ring, and I have a pair of earrings that have the Mother of Pearl, like pearl to them, and they are probably my second favorite earrings to wear. They're just like a stud earring, and I just love them. So I figured this would match those. I love my rings. I just feel like rings are so fun. They just make it fun to like look down at your hands when you're typing. I again just feel like they elevate a look. They're so easy to just grab and go and wear. I love my rings. I highly recommend them. Again, I have had no issues with any quality on honestly any of the pieces that I've tried from Louisa. If you have a favorite piece from them, let me know in the comments below because I want to know what I should be on the lookout for next. So they are currently running a sale on their website for Mother's Day, up to 25% off everything. And whether or not you have a jewelry loving mom in your life or you don't know what to get your mom, jewelry is always such a great gift, and Louisa makes it so easy because I feel like their pieces are just so timeless, and truly there's something for everyone. For a limited time, if you order over $125, you also get this free limited edition travel case. It's jewelry that she can wear every day. It doesn't just have to be a special occasion, or if you're looking for a reason to stock up on some new pieces for yourself. Again, it's 25% off everything on the site, so I will leave a link down below. Again, let me know your favorite pieces if you own anything from Louisa, and thank you again to Louisa for partnering with me on this portion of today's video. Okay, let's get into my progress and all the products that I've been working on in this project. I styled this project a little bit different this year. I am still doing it rolling project 10 pan style, but I have a few products that I'm working on that are more long haul products that I think will take me the majority of the year to finish up. And then I have some other products that are more like seasonal for me, and if I don't finish them in 3 months or so, I'm giving myself the option to kind of rotate them out just to keep it fun and fresh, and not just to encourage me and motivate me to continue to use my project pan products and make it a little bit more fun. So we're gonna start with the product we always start with, which is my Roen 1111 quad. And this is the least exciting month for this quad because I did only reach for this one total time. So I'd reached for it 20 times up until this update. Reach for it one additional time, and there is definitely not going to be any change. I believe I said last update, I was like, oh, hopefully I can have like at least one pan by next update. Yeah, that didn't happen. The one time I reached into this shade, and that was it. So I've now reached into this shade 16 total times within this project. The shade right next to it right here, I've reached for 9 times. This shade right here, I've reached for 7, and this shade here, I've reached for 5. I do still have the goal that I want to reach for this at least 100 times this year. We'll see if that's gonna happen. I have still really been enjoying a much simpler eyeshadow look. So I feel like this still fits into like the aesthetic that I'm going for, or just like my vibe lately. I just honestly was reaching for other things this past month, hoping to have at least 10 uses on this by the next update. Because now I think we veered off track and we're like not on track to hit 100 uses by year's end. We can talk about my 2 pencil products next, because those are definitely going to be long haul products. This one being the longest of them all because I've been working on this for several years. It's my Ilia eyeliner in the shade Dusk, and I was very excited. I did get to make a new line marking on this one this past month, but she's still going strong. She's still going strong. And when I look at how much product is left and the average of how much I use each month, I still don't know if this is gonna be an empty by the end of the year. I had a moment today where I was like, do I just call this? Do I just call it? And then I like really wanted to go buy like whiskey from Urban Decay, like their dark brown. I don't know if it's whiskey or something else. Then I was like, no, why are we giving up? We're not giving up. So I'm still working on this. And then I have my Makeup Forever lip liner in the shade Wherever Walnut. I did sharpen this, I believe, once this past update, so I did get to make a new line marking on this as well. This is where we stand with this. I feel like with some good effort, obviously I could finish this by the end of the year. I just feel like I also kind of cycle through my lip liner collection. Like I like to change up my lip liner from day to day, so I don't know. I don't know about this one. We'll see. The goal is still to empty that out and finish it and have at least one lip liner empty before the end of the year. All right, next up we have my primer, which I did think would be a long haul product, but I feel like I've had consistently decent use every single month. It's my Bobbi Brown Face Base Primer, and I'm really excited to look at the progress again because I do feel like we've made good progress. I continue to reach for this several times every week. I do like this a lot because it is one of those primers that I feel like is hydrating but does still have a bit of tackiness to it. So as I've been trying out some different foundations this past month, there have been some that are a little bit drier. And typically I like to reach for a gripping primer, but if the gripping primer wasn't working with the foundation, I then paired it with this to offer a little bit of hydration. And there were definitely some foundations that I did like better when paired with this primer. I do still have a full one of these in my collection after I finish this up, which is why I wanted to work on this year, because I do have a full backup. I love this primer. I think it's excellent. It's very expensive though. I thought that this would be something though that I would finish the 2 that I have and not purchase again, but I truly think I would miss having this in my collection. I think this will become a primer staple. I really enjoy it and I'm glad to be working on it. And then the last really long haul product, I believe I actually rolled this in last month, maybe 2 months ago. It's my Say powder, Say Slip Tint powder. I have the shade Translucent 2, and I put this on my list of products, my 26 I wanted to pan in 2026. And so I rolled this in because it is a baked powder and I truly think this will take all year to finish, and I still will be lucky to finish it by the end of the year. This is not a powder I use as an all over face setting powder like I use my Kosas Cloud Set. I more so use this as a finishing powder, and I think it's beautiful as a finishing powder, but as a powder that I use as like a pressed setting powder all over my face, it just is not flattering. And while I do still feel like I reach for this several times a week, I would say at least 3 times a week, I'm not reaching for as much if I were to set my whole face, and so and baked products historically take me a much longer time to get through, so I just don't know if I'm going to finish this, but I'm excited to see if there's been any progress or just like what the difference looks like, because I feel like there are a couple of just like cracks in the baked product as you kind of see as you wear a product down. So I'm just curious to see last month versus this month. Maybe I'll be severely disappointed and there won't be much of a change at all, but we'll see. Another disappointing update, I don't think I reached for this at all. It's my ABH Impeccable Skin Foundation. I am a little over halfway through with this one. I do obviously want to empty this one out this year, but I have purchased so many new foundations recently that I've been testing and trying. This one just didn't get worked into the rotation, but I will give myself a goal to reach for this at least 5 times this next month. I do want to finish a couple of foundations this year, so I kind of got to get like chugging away on this one, but I still think this will take several months for me to finish it up. When I do go back to work, this is one that I can see myself wearing to work, just because it's not a foundation I love, not one I repurchase, so I feel like I can like waste it on work days, because I still can make it look good on my skin. It's just not a favorite. I don't know if you guys like are tracking what I'm thinking in terms of why it's a work foundation, but that's my plan for that. And then the last really non-exciting update, I maybe reached for this twice. It's my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer, and I did roll this in last month. I replaced my Fenty Beauty Bronzer, which I had been working on the first 3 months of the year, with this, because this matches me better in the summer, and the Fenty matches me better in the, I almost said fair winter, in the fall and winter. I am hopeful I can finish this up this summer. I might be like, that might be a pipe dream, but would love to. I don't know if I'm gonna say anything else about that, because I really don't think there's gonna be any progress, so like, why am I thinking I'm gonna finish that? Especially because I've purchased also so many bronzers this year. Been on a bronzer kick, but still hoping to finish this one by the end of the year. Then we have 2 more products before we get into my 2 empties. So I have the REM Beauty Under Eye Blurring Balm. So this is an interesting product. It's not my favorite, but I do still enjoy reaching for this. I am kind of excited to see, and I don't know how well it'll be able to, like, you'll be able to tell in the progress videos, but I feel like I've made some progress on this. I definitely have been reaching for it. It's one of those products that if it wasn't in a project, I probably wouldn't remember to reach for it all that much, but I have it sitting on my vanity behind me, and I literally just like put it underneath my eyes to kind of mattify and blur and hopefully fill in a few of my creases to help makeup set a little bit better. And I do like it, but it's not something I feel like is necessary to have in my collection, so when I finish this, it wouldn't be a repurchase. Although I do have one on backup, because when I purchased my REM Quads this year, it was like a free gift with purchase. So I do have another one of these once I finish this. And then I rolled in my Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Gloss in the shade Rosy Outlook last update. I have 2 of this shade in my collection, so I just wanted to focus on getting one of them out. Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Glosses are one of my favorite gloss formulas, but they are very easy to pan. You go through them very quickly, and I feel like with little effort I've already made pretty decent progress on this one. It's just a clear gloss with like a slight pink tint to it. It's beautiful. It really does kind of fill the lines of your lips so that you look like you just have these really beautiful, juicy, plump lips. It also has a bit of a mentholy cooling sensation, but it's not a painful lip plumper, and so that's why it's one of my favorite gloss formulas. I think if I were to really try hard, I could have this as an empty next update, but maybe it'll be 2 more updates. I will be excited to move this out of my collection, because nothing will be better than working my way through some lip product empties this year, and then hopefully not buying as many lip products. That brings me to my 2 empties. So I have 2 glowy product empties. Up first, I have the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Elevated Glow, and I have this in Crystal Nebula. I'm not gonna take the stopper out of this, and every time I scrape at this, like, I really get, well, I say that and now I got like a little bit of something, so maybe I'll try and use this 1 or 2 more times, but I'm gonna call this as an empty. This is a beautiful liquid highlight that is really going to give you that glass skin sort of finish. I've been wearing it a lot underneath makeup. I think this is most pretty paired with like a skin tint, or if you're just doing like concealer and brows, or maybe you're just doing skincare and you want to add just like a little bit of glow to the high points of your face. I love this product for that. I would definitely buy this shade again, and I'm also interested in the pink shade. I'm gonna wait a little bit till I purchase, but I definitely would buy again and do plan to pick this up again in the future. I'm so happy that it is an empty though, because it's one of the older products in my collection, and this was one that I just needed to use it up or it was truly going to go bad on me. So super excited to have this as an empty, and we will roll something in to replace that. And then I have finally also finished up my Glossier Future Dew, which I'm so excited about. I actually had finished one of these in the past, and then Glossier did send this to me. This product I like, but it's not something I would go out and purchase on my own. It is very, like, oil serum hybrid is like such a perfect way to describe this product, because it is very oily but thin like a serum. But I feel like it can feel a little bit distracting on the skin. It is a very glowy product as well. I ended up oftentimes mixing this with my ABH foundation, but sometimes I would also just wear this on its own. If you like a really, really glowy product, I could see you enjoying this, even just on days that you're, again, doing like maybe concealer and brows, or just really no makeup but want to add a glow to your skin. Using this as an all over glow I think is beautiful, but I just don't see a place for this in my collection anymore, so I won't be repurchasing now that this is an empty. But excited to have another empty. Stay tuned for my makeup rehab, which I think I'm going to change the series name to Buys and Buys, which I got from Erin Taylor. Anyway, I feel like I'm gonna have a good empties month, so stay tuned for that. Okay, the two products I'm gonna roll in to replace those two products. I'm rolling in my Auric Glow Lust in Selenite. I feel like for several years I've been telling myself I need to finish this up. It's another one of those products that's getting quite old in my collection, and it's just not a product I organically reach for, so I feel like it needs to be in a project in order for me to get use out of this and actually finish it up. So my goal is going to be to empty this out. I'm gonna find a way to use this. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I'm hoping I empty it before the end of the year. I will have to figure out where I'm at. I feel like maybe right about here, actually. I feel like I noticed quite a bit of settling, but then obviously we have quite a bit of product coating the sides of the wall. So like, where did I put my Sharpie? I'm gonna mark it here. Maybe I'm like overestimating how much I've gone through. We're just gonna see. We're gonna see. Hopefully I can get, I mean, I would love to have at least like, we're entering May. I was like, I feel like I could get a lot of use out of this. Maybe it's like a body glow in like June, July, August. We're just gonna see. We're just gonna see what happens. Hopefully I can finish that. And then the last roll in, I'm gonna roll another primer in, but this is completely different than my Bobbi Brown face base. So I'm gonna roll in my Peace Out Instant Pore Perfector Primer. My sister ended up passing this along to me, I think a couple years ago at this point. This is another product I included on my list of products that I definitely wanted to finish before the end of the year. And when I pulled this out today, I realized that I was well over like halfway through this product. So I'd like to just use this up. The other day I pulled out my Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer, and I reminded myself how much I do actually like a smoothing primer. And I feel like I can pair a smoothing primer with a gripping primer. Like I can just use the smoothing primer where I'm most self-conscious about my pores. And so I'm hoping that I could empty this out in just a couple of months. This is another one I'm hoping maybe would be an empty by like the July update, fingers crossed. And then we could have another empty and another product to roll in. But that is gonna be my goal with this one. I actually feel very hopeful that I could finish this pretty quickly with just a little bit of effort. And after that, you guys, that is going to wrap up and conclude today's video. That is my update on all of the products that I'm working on. Don't forget to check out Ana Luisa's sale. Again, 25% off. Treat your mom, treat yourself. Let us know if you pick something up. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting me and my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.